All
Uh,
good. Hey everyone. So we have our monthly town hall for July for like social planner, blogs, and chat widget today. Going to add like few more products down the line, but these are the main products that I'll be talking today about. The first product that we'll be talking is the social planner side of it. I guess you guys might have checked out like the YouTube shorts and video release that we did like recently. We have had like a very good adoption rate on it. I'd probably say like a lot of people after the release we got a very good number in like first 2 days of release only. And with that, like I just wanted to ask like if is there any feedbacks that we should just look at like in regards to the YouTube shorts and videos. So basically we have allowed 5,000 characters, 60 seconds, 1 GB for like video, and then for shorts like same 1 GB is allowed. Like it allows 2 GBs overall on the API side, but we have kept it 1 GB because of the processing time and everything. If you have any other suggestions, I guess like one of the suggestions that we got was to add the option to add the category side of it, where you would like to post. That was like one of the suggestions that we got. Like any other suggestion if there are for like YouTube shorts or videos, I'm happy to hear them out. Sorry. Cool. Uh, cool. I'll go to the next thing. We recently launched the Pinterest option as well. So you can now connect your Pinterest account and then you can post it out on Social Planner. Basically, you can pick like the boards that you want to post to. You can keep it private also if you want to like just to prepare like your full board and then get it out. This was something that we did. Basically, you can also create like your boards from Social Planner as well and then mark them as secret. Secret means they are the private boards more for like you and your team, and then you can make them public like once they are ready. You can also add like redirection URL. There was some issue over there, like we have just fixed it out. I'd say probably now you should be able to add like any sort of domain or URL redirects that you want to use over there. Yeah. So these were the recent releases. There was one more release that is for social insights. We have some bottlenecks over there. That's the reason like we could not do it on 10th of July, but we are aiming to do it probably in 1 or 2 days from our side. We are providing the like, share, and comments. That's for top performing post and recent post. And simultaneously, we have also started our work around. I'll come to that as well. We started like our work around getting for something like a summary of statistics, and then for each socials like we want to give you a summary of how they are performing, what's the engagement rate, how people are providing the reactions on it, and then how the particular the type of posts are performing on week on week, month on month, and then day on day basis. So that is something that we have planned out. I'll show you something like a raw wireframe of it, which I'm thinking if you have some good suggestions around it, like I'd probably say I'm happy to like look at it and understand more from it. Yeah. With that, these are the other enhancements that the team is working on. One of the first things that we are working on is like revamping the post creation and then the list view screens that are there. I'll just show you a demo of it like once I'm done presenting this part out. Then we want to allow the one post for like TikTok story and YouTube. That's something that will come with the post creation revamp that's being done. Then currently the team has worked on like the back end work for community posting is already completed. Once I have like the front end work done, I'll probably come and showcase like all the screens, probably by next town hall, it should be live as well. The community posting from Social Planner. Then the next thing that we are working on is the LinkedIn carousel post. That's if you have a PDF or if you have multiple PDFs that you want to add it in the inside the post and just create a carousel post sort of a thing, you can just do it using this particular option. Then we have phase 3 for review posting. Basically, we are just providing more customization and just to be HIPAA compliant side of it. With that, we are allowing to post as Instagram story. Then we want to allow our users to choose more background options and then set their opacity, background length of it, and then you can resize the box and move the placement of how the review post look and feel comes off it. This is something that we have planned out in terms of we have already done the back end work for that. We are just working on the front end screens. And then once it's ready, I'd probably give you a demo sure for for the next time. Then one of the things that we are working on is the Canva API POC. So basically what we want to do is we want to allow you to connect your Canva. And recently we found a way through it. because they opened up the APIs for for us. Uh, and now they are allowing like other users to like come and join us over there. We want to give this inside media library only so that it can be used across the board, not just for social planner. So that's something that we are working on with like media library team and creating like a bridge for that, so that it can be used like across the board for anything that you want to do. So you create your asset on Canva, you just come over here and you'll be able to import your asset out that way. Then we have Facebook story on our bucket. Then we have inbox management, which is like a comment management function, where we want to allow you to get all the comments that you're getting on all your social media posts that you published. And then you can manage them out, comment it out. And we are also going to be in sync with the conversations team side of it. So this also works in two-way formula. Like conversation works on basis of users, and then social planner will be more on comment basis. So you'll be able to see both the views and you'll be able to reply from both the side of it, basically. Yeah. Then we want to bring in CSV enhancement. So basically, our goal is that, today you can only have like 6 or 7 fields that you're able to do it, right? Our goal is that you should be able to do TikTok videos. You should be getting like GMB extra fields, first comment. You should be able to add like categories. You can also set like if you want this particular post to be at recurring or not. So all these things we are going to add it inside the CSV option itself, so that you don't need to actually come to the platform and do, if you are creating the post and then you want like someone to review it outside. So that way our goal is that you should be able to create like 90 posts from like a CSV, and with all the fields that are there for all the social should be available over there. Yeah. And it is going to be a one big CSV, probably of 20-25 columns. If you are opting for the advanced one, we are going to give both the options, because we know that certain customers don't like the complicated CSV. So we are going to give a simple option and then an advanced. Simple one is what we have today, and then the advanced one will have like all those 20-25 columns inside it. Then we have, I'll take the questions in like some time.
Yeah.
Then we have like link shorteners with us that we are trying to build. We want to utilize the link redirect option only. But the idea is that, it should allow you to add like UTM parameters for tracking as well as having a long form URL to be shortened out. So that's like the goal behind like link shortener inside like a social planner. And then we'll also give you stats around it, like how many times a particular person clicked on it, or like who clicked on it, like if we are able to retrieve the data from it. And then like showcase the same thing against the contact data of activity log. So in a way, like we are trying to bring in like as much as possible, backtracking for the attribution of the social media side of it. Then we want to bring in analytical reports that I just talked about, like the summary and then like the each social report. That is one of the big things I'd probably say, the team is going to work around. So all the 6 socials plus the summary report, that's something that we'll pick up. But we'll first start with like Facebook and Instagram, then go ahead with like all the other reports. Like that's the main goal that we'll be looking at when we are building the reports out. Then the other part is like we are going to do an optimization of image and video. So I guess a lot of people get frustrated when they see that, that 9:6 and 6:9 issue that you get, or something like, okay, my particular video that I uploaded is of like X size. I want it to be like X size. Those sort of requirements that come up, right, when you are uploading. So what we are going to do, if you opt in for image optimization or video optimization, we are going to do it for you when you upload that particular video. And then so that you don't get like all those issues that you get in regards to the size, the dimension and other things. Only and only in cases of audio settings and the other things which will be required, which will be something that the provider need to provide. But this is something that we are going to aim for this particular quarter to be done. Yep. Can I show one brief demo? Okay, wait. So this is something that we have been working on inside Social Planner. So just look from the perspective of this is more like a test data account, but in case of the real data, this is going to be the revamped screens that we are working on. We have a planner view and we have a content view. So planner view is something like, you get like all your posts that you have, like in terms of scheduled, rejected, review, and you can do filtration on basis of like, all your content, all your statuses that you have, anything that you want to filter by category, by tag, anything that you want to do. You can also go to like calendar view directly from here. So instead of at the top, like we were giving like, open planner, this is the view that you will get basically. I just wanted to hear like, does anyone have any opinions around like, how the look and feel looks like?
I mean, this is looking pretty good. The only like nitpicky thing is that if it doesn't have a caption, you've got like
No, no.
misalignment
As
vertically.
Yeah. So basically, some will have the caption, some won't. So
Mm.
for that, like, we have to just keep in mind that the card does not look like extraordinarily large if it does not have like caption, because like we did check, like, people writing like a longer caption. So you kept two lines and then ellipsis is available. But like, overall, we have just retrieved like this as the card length. When there is nothing, like we want to keep it shorter so that other post can be seen, but the alignment goes off the radar. That's something that we already given as feedback.
Yeah, okay.
So what about on the first there? It says see 13 more. What happens when you click on that?
So it will give you basically a scroll like
Ah,
this. It has gone like probably like, if you use today, the same thing happens, but it is bit bad in terms of experience wise. Like, it just shows in a very smaller phase. You just elongated the phase and now you'll be able to go from here and like, be able to click on it. We were going to give like action oriented things like directly from here, but we were not able to replicate that out because of like, the pop-up behaviors. Yeah.
Got it.
And there is one more thing. So this is week view, as in you can go for week views as well. You can go for month views, and then like this is the list view, and then this is the calendar view. And you can go back and forth. I guess like, today, if you want to see the recent post, you only get like 10 posts that you can see. If you want to go back in time and just check out all your posts that are there, like you will be able to do it. And then like, you can check the data around it as well. We are also bringing one more thing. I guess that might be this particular part. This is the slider that we've introduced, which is more like, you can click, like you don't need to go inside the particular post to check out the preview of your social planner. You can just directly get it from here. And then you can check out like, the other things like scheduled, edit, who created it, who approved it. And if you click on like edit post, like you can go from here as well. That way. Uh,
On the media side, is there any hover behavior or click behavior for like when you click on the media column
as
in the
in
middle? Or it would just,
this one.
I guess when you click on the line, it would open up your panel so you'd see the
Yeah.
media. Okay,
Directly.
cool.
Directly opens up the panel.
Oh,
So
okay,
that
perfect.
way you
Cool.
get like direct view of like, what you're going to post. So basically like it will show up all the socials. And then if it was rejected, then it just shows the rejection list. We are also going to add like, a redirection URLs with like, all the things that needs to fix for this particular post. Like that was something that was missing out. So we are going to add all of those things like as an upcoming upgradation to this only. Yeah.
Cool. Looks really nice. Big
And
improvement.
I missed out one more thing. I probably show that part as well. This is the
Okay.
content part. I would say like a lot of people would have been like, were like, probably like, there were 6 or 7 columns inside like our current view. And that was sometimes confusing. Like, is it the CSV? Is it a template library one? Or is it like, the recurring post? So we just brought in like, all different columns. And then like, you'll be able to perform all of those things and go and like, check things out. And same things like, for example, if you want to go to a recurring post, you can just go over here, edit. It will just come up like same way. You are adding like template library, then you'll be getting like template library related things. You'll get review and schedule as the same thing. We're going to revamp all these screens as well, but it's going to be part of our CSV enhancement flow that we are working on. Yeah. So these are the changes that we have brought in for like the social media UI revamp side of it. Yep, I'll just go to all the questions and just go from there.
Okay, cool. So just for the transcription purposes, allowing the same scheduling parameters as YouTube. So it looks like we've got some suggestions for improving the YouTube posting stuff just based on what's available in the native web app for YouTube.
So
So yeah,
tags, yeah, I guess like we're going to add the tags and the category option, which is going to allow. So category is more like, all your different options that you have. That's particular thing that we are going to allow. And then the tags part is something that we are going to allow. Both those things should be able to solve the SEO side of it.
okay.
Am I correct, Tanya?
That would be great. The other piece is just the captions. Being able to load that SRT file would be helpful as well.
Okay, got it. SRT file. Got it. Cool. I'll add that to like, the list of improvements that we got. Cool.
Okay, and
And
then
if I need like, any more understanding, like I'll reach out to you for sure.
cool. And then Keith was asking, can the link shortener URL be a trigger link? Correct me if I'm wrong, because this is kind of a broad discussion, because I know that I don't know which team it is, but they're bringing in a QR code generator.
The other team, as in it's
Oh,
also the
okay.
mobile team, but we are also working on loyalty and the other program,
Got
which
it.
also has a QR code implementation. But basically for this one, right, Keith? So we are still open to discussion in terms of like we have not started our implementation, but our inclination is towards like URL redirect because people have already added their domain, and then there is like, I know that in the URL redirect, there is no data part of it available, which we want to give it inside Social Planner. And then like also eventually push the particular team to like provide the data around it in terms of for URL redirect as well.
So the way I'm understanding it is you're gonna have like you can create a short link that
Inside
could
your social post.
what's that?
Inside your social post, so you will have a long URL. You come over there, you paste your long URL, you get like a shortened version of that particular URL. If you have a Bitly account, you can use that, or like any other domains that you have, right?
Okay.
Once you get a shortened URL, you add it inside your social post. You can also add UTMs to it if you want to do the tracking of it. For the people who like clicked on it, and if we are able to find like all the data around it, like we'll be able to showcase to you. So basically, like the idea is that we want to show you how many times a particular link was clicked, and if a contact is getting created from it in any way or form, like we want to give that data back inside like your contact detail page with saying like this is the social media link that was clicked, and these are the campaign or the UTM parameters that were there that are there. So that's something that we're looking to achieve with this particular flow.
Got it. And then would there also, I guess, just to get to Keith's question, would there be a trigger link option? So like let's say there's a lot of trigger links that are already, kind of created. Could you select, hey, I want a short link to be a trigger link, or those are just going to be a separate thing for now?
I would say like, we are open to both. So we are going to do POC for both. But I wanted to go by the route of URL redirect because already your domain is added and all of those things.
Yeah.
But I'd probably say like, we are open to both approach. It more goes down to like, the engineering side of like, the technical implementation that we'll opt for, but we'll give both in some way or the form, like we'll reach to both the options because we know that, in my PRD also I've written it for both, but like, at the implementation level, we'll just choose one, go for it, and then like, add the other one over there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll refine that as the POC gets built and all that.
Yes.
And then Iksan, you were saying any ideas for improving the CSV experience? Currently, a lot of hassles, cast
Yeah,
from Excel, or sorry, CSS from Excel.
CSS from
the
Excel. So we need
CSV.
to save in like, Google Sheets. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the experience is really bad when it comes to Excel because I work primarily in Excel, although my partner works in Google Sheets. It's just a function of my corporate background. So um,
We gotta get you off the
I, I
Microsoft
I
train.
refuse to go to the other side yet. But I mean, I'm not quite sure what the problem is actually with CSV and Excel versus Google Sheets because there's always something as simple as uploading contacts with CSV is an issue. So
Hmm.
um, yeah.
So CSV is like, across the board, like all other providers, like in everything that you do, like there are certain, obstacles with it because it's a comma separated, like, file, right? So with that, like, we know that there is some issue. We want to give like shortcuts over there, like, how to get directly a CSV for like Google Sheets or like Excel, both of them. Like we want to do that, but there are certain tokenized issues that we are facing. As in, like, we wanted to do it during the social planner revamp side of it also, but we'll definitely take this into account, like, how to improve, like, and give both the files so that anyone who wants to use like a Google Sheet or an Excel, like they can do it, but still they'll have to convert the CSV and give it back to us, just so that it's faster to process compared to like, the Excel or the Google Sheet side of it. Yeah. Will that work?
I'm sure it will work. I don't know, to be very honest with you. It's not something I work with every day necessarily, but I do know with my clients. I mean, I have a client with two different brands, and
Yeah.
they work in Google and in Outlook, for example. So the instructions I give the one is not working for the other one, for example, to upload contact or to upload something in CSV. So look, I don't know what the answer is, and quite honestly, I think it's not something that that happens on a daily basis, but it can be a bit annoying. So yeah, if we can find a solution, that would be great.
Cool. As in, like, we'll give you the option to download both and then like create it out and then just convert it to CSV. Like that would be more faster way instead of
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
getting CSV, converting it to Google Sheet and then like using it out.
absolutely. Great.
I'll take up like, questions from Steve and then Jason, and then I'll go to the other questions. Yeah.
Cool. Steve?
Thanks. Yeah. So under this content area here where it says review, what is that review?
That's the review automation side of it. So basically any review post that you're creating, right? So mainly like, when you go over here, right? The post review side of it. This is the first.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, let's rename that to reviews, I guess.
Yeah, as in we'll rename it to review automation, so it just makes more sense.
Yeah. Cool.
As in
Jason.
just because like one word, like we went ahead with like review.
The nuances of the English language.
Pooja,
Jason,
thank
what
you
do you
so
got?
much. Yeah, Pooja, thank you so much for all the work you guys are doing. I'm especially happy about the YouTube posting, but I do a lot of shorts, and I know that earlier when shorts first came out, there was a requirement to have hashtag shorts at the beginning, but now I don't believe that's the case
No,
unless it is with third parties. So it's still baked into what we're doing with the posting, and I have to go manually remove that every time.
So we did talk about that. We want to give like one option where it says like, you have an option to like, when you connect only that, do you want to add like shorts as the word? It's something that, we have to do in order to be compliant. And like, that was one of the compliance, like,
Okay.
criteria that given us. We can give that option of like, do you want to add it or not, like at the start only, and then we append it out. But just to become like, compliant, we have to give some sort of a setting to allow people to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
By default, yeah. So I'll guess like, I'll just take this up as one of the feedback. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. I'll just go to other questions. Jason, all good, right? So Tony has asked, can the URL of the link shortener be defined per sub account, agency, or lead connector level? I'd probably say it will be per sub account basis, like it won't be like, the lead connector or agency level. The idea is that, we understand that, people will have like sub account wise, like, URL redirects or trigger links. So we want to offer like, something like per sub account basis, like, the social planner link shortener URLs.
Cool.
Awesome. So Dutch has a question. My question is those link shorteners, are they branded to agency or DutchTexan.com? So it will be based on like, the domain that you added for your URL redirect. So if you added like Dutch Texan, then it will use that. If you've added like any other domain, like it will go to that particular domain. So we are going to allow you to choose like from your multiple domains that you added inside per sub account, and then you can utilize them. So it could be a client's domain also, and it could be your domain as well as an agency. Yeah.
Cool.
Then we have when asking, thank you for the YouTube posting, great work. One request is removing the automatic hashtag shots for the video title. Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just take that up as a feedback and just get it some sort of a setting that will allow us to be compliant also and not remove altogether that option. But yeah, we'll do that for sure.
Cool. The template library will be located.
Yeah. Yep. So Tanya, I guess I'll just tell you. One of the things that we're working on for template library is the revamp of all the social media posting option. So we want to give you dynamic post in order to allow you to add one post or one card only. And then you can also change the images and the videos to a bit more dynamic way. So all those things we are trying to get that achieved using the social media posting part of it, and the team is already working on the other side of it.
That's wonderful, because quite honestly, my client was looking at it yesterday and I hadn't gone into there looking at it, and it loaded a CSV file and I couldn't even figure out how or anything like that. So I don't know how to train my clients when I can't figure it out on my own without going into the help documentation, which I haven't done yet either. So don't worry about training me. I'm good. I just, I'll figure it out. It was just trying to work with the client was a little embarrassing.
My God. Cool. If you want, I can just show it to you. I guess my team has created a lot of content over here. And I guess, yeah, they have created a lot of content, but I can just show it to you, how it works. Basically, once you created, once you've chosen.
Pooja, also, I mean, while we are going to do the training and stuff, maybe let's re-examine the user journey over here.
Yeah.
Some of the pointers from that training, right? Like if we are able to basically use some toast messages or tooltips or, and any changes in the user journey itself to make it more intuitive for users who would be using this for the first time.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll take it offline. We'll re-examine that. Thank you for the feedback.
I guess Shivam, we already have one item on Shreya's roadmap, so she should be able to get that done. And with the new UI that we have for Social Planner, the moving between the tabs part gets sorted out with this particular user journey. We've taken that into account.
Awesome.
Cool.
I guess I'll just cover. There were a few more questions.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've addressed the trigger links as much as we can right now in the shortener URLs.
Yep. These are Q3 deliverables, as in something that we are going to do for Q3. For Q4, we'll definitely have once we start reaching around the Q4 timelines, we'll start showcasing what we are planning to do. Yeah. I'll just go to. So these are some of the new designs that we have been working on in terms of the inbox part of it that we mentioned. So the idea is that we want to give by each social the option to see your new comments that you're getting, and this will be in sync with what we have on the conversation side of it. So on conversation side, it will be more user specific. So for example, Ryan was the person who replied on one of my comments, right? Then Ryan will be one of the users who will be we will be showcasing a card of social post, and then the comment that he have added, and then the reply that we can add from the conversation side of it as well. And on the social planner side, it will be more on basis of comment. So the post will be seen, and people will be able to comment them as and when they are getting the new comments side of it. And we will be showcasing if they are getting new comments, we'll mention that there are 2 new comments that have came for a particular post that way. As in this is something that we have thought of as of now. There will be a lot of iterations that will go through once we start implementing from the level. So definitely there will be certain changes, but as and when something gets concrete, I'll definitely go ahead and showcase the demo of it for sure. Then this is something that we are thinking to do. Please don't look from the chart side of it. We are improving on it in terms of we are going to improve a lot more in the newer designs that we are working on it. These are just the rough things that we have put together. So we are going to have a all summary, and then for each social wise, we are going to generate reports around it in order to showcase the growth, the engagement, and then the matrix of how posts are performing across the board, the impressions that you're getting, and then the post reactions that you're getting. So all those things like we are keeping in mind, and we're going to give like different chart types that you'll be able to use and like, utilize. And these will be also be added to like, the dashboard side of it as well. Yeah. Cool. So the next product is blogs. In blogs, like I guess like, based on the feedbacks that we got, like we've added the option to add like the new blog builder post as well, as in any of the new posts that you want to add inside funnels or website. You can just go ahead, drag and drop the blog post element. You choose your blog, and then you just need to sort or filter by like, by recent post, or like recent post by a particular category or by a particular author. So you can do all of those things using like, the current setup if you want to add it on your landing page, the particular blog post. So the idea was that, initially it was something like, when you used to click on any of your blog posts, it used to open in the same landing page. With this release, like it will open in like, the new page basically. And when you click on load more, it will just load more in terms of like, if you want to add like, 6 or 7 over there, and it will just show you more options. If you click on more stories, it will take you to the blog URL that is there. And like, basically like users will be able to navigate to your blog from your landing page. This is already live. The new thing that we just launched today, like we've added like code element, the map element, and SVG. This is something that we launched today. I guess like I'm just going to put out like, the change log soon. So now you'll be able to add, like if you've created like a funnel or a website and you have added like a footer or a header, and it has like certain sort of code element, custom code element added, you will be able to move them using like, the section templates over there. So you just save like, your header or footer in section template, and you'll be able to copy it over if it has like custom code, or like if you want to have like add like a map on your landing page of your blog builder, like you will be able to do it, or any SVG images as well. Then something that we are working on right now is the blog snapshot. I guess like, it will get launched like, within like 10 days from our side. The goal is that, now you will be able to get like an option to like, move your blog from like, from your parent account to your child account. Basically, it will copy over all your blog posts that you created from one account to another with like, the snapshot part. It will also carry forward your categories and authors as well, and tags as well. So basically, we are just trying to get all of those things like inside the snapshot to be added to like, the child account. Yeah. Then we are fixing one of the things that we got as feedback for like, the new blog builder, which is the canonical links for category and author. I guess we have added like, the blog canonical links. Then we have added like blog post canonical links. Same way we are going to add it for authors and categories as well, so that, you don't have any duplicate content on your particular website. Yeah. Then we are going to support the public API side of it. So with public API, the idea is that, anyone who wants to generate like post using API, if they're using any third party, they should be able to do it. This is just in line, like we are going to allow like post creation as first thing, and then later on like expand it to adding like, the blog creation to public API as well. Yeah. Then we are going to have like template library for blogs as well. So you get to choose between like, different look and feel of it, just so that, you can utilize as much as possible, like, blog templates. And then like you can just add your blog post into it, and then you will be able to like, create your own running blog within like, in a timely manner. Then we are creating like blog importer. So you just have to bring like the URL of your blog wherever it's hosted. You just need to paste that out. We will run like, we'll try to like bring in all the blog posts that are there. With your one URL, you just have to map the fields that are there. Basis of like, each blog has like different way of spelling each and everything. So you just need to map, and like, once it's been mapped, it will bring in all your blog posts over there. And we are going to showcase like how many fields are mapped against this particular blog post. And once you click like, you want to import, like it will bring all your blog post inside the high level, like, blog area. Then we want to add like design and style elements to blog post. Basically what you today do for blog homepage, like same thing we want to give it for blog post page as well. Like you should be able to design and style your author area. You want to design and style like, how the look and feel of a particular blog written, as in the blog post written template that's there. All those things you should be able to do it using the design and style element over there. And we are just going to do a revamp of the blog RSS page. That's something that we have planned out as of now. Like, I guess, like, it's a bit hard in terms of like, the user experience side of it, which we are going to solve with the revamp that we have for blog RSS page. I guess we have few comments over here. Cool. So Josh has asked, can you talk how to set up like chat GPT responses to post into social planner? As in, I did not get like what you're expecting, Josh. So basically you want to have like, chat GPT creating like a post for your social post and you want to post it out. Like, is that something that you're looking forward to do?
Well, I think he's talking about like responses. So like the chat
Yes, it's,
GPT would automatically comment or respond.
that we already have today, right?
Yeah.
That we have today. I guess it's available inside workflows, like not specifically inside like social planner side of it. And it is irrespective of even if the post is created from social planner or like directly on the social media side of it, like you will be able to use like the automated response over there. Yep, Jason, you had like a question for me.
Yes, I don't know if this is the appropriate call for this, but I have 4 or 5 different Instagram accounts that I'd like to connect. I know I can with a social planner, but what I need is the conversations tab and all the automation similar to ManyChat. Is that something that's on the roadmap or a way to get multiple accounts in the conversations tab?
Uh, I guess like, we are the wrong team for this, but yeah, possibly like I'll pass on this particular thing to like, the conversations team. The other thing is the team is already working on something like this that they are doing it for Facebook, at least for Facebook. I know about that. I'll just reconfirm that is it for like, for Instagram as well. Like I'd probably say like, it's the same thing. So like, you should hear about it like, sooner or later from
Okay.
the yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Cool. I guess we have a few more questions to run down. Tegan is asking, is creating a blog now a standalone thing, not just an element in a funnel? Yes, that's true. Now you'll be able to create like a blog site. You'll create like your blog post from that. Like the uniqueness is now created. Like earlier it was something like this, that you create all your blog post and then you can add like inside like, multiple funnels, but it was not allowing us to create like uniqueness in terms of like, the content, and like we were not able to map like, it properly in terms of SEO side of it. With now the newer change, you can create your whole landing page of blog. It's a site builder only, and you'll be able to create your blog post using like, the flow. If you ever want to learn more about it, just like, I'll drop in my like booking link and I can jump on a call and I can explain you everything in detail as well.
Cool. Tegan seems excited.
Then Tanya has the question for blog snapshot. Will we have the ability to select what does move over, like bulk changes such as authors? I guess like, the authors and the categories by default gets moved over, and as well as the blog post. We don't want to give as of now that particular capabilities, but in future for sure, like, we'll give you the capabilities to choose between category, authors, and then the blog post options as well inside the blog snapshot.
Cool. Josh, do you have a quick question?
Yes, I was just wondering, like, say I send information in the chat GPT in the workflow, and then I get the response from it. Is there a way to make that response automatically or schedule a post onto your social planner?
So social planner, as of now, like we've not given the access of like, social planner from the workflow side of it. Like that's not possible as of now. But in future, like, we'll come to a place where, we want to allow like social planner to use like, the workflow, other functions as well. But we have not reached as of now the capabilities over there because like, the socials work a bit differently because we allow multiple, and that's where like, we are facing the challenge, like including inside like, the workflow. But it's like a technical challenge, probably like, in Q4, like we'll reach a place where we can like, coordinate it with like the workflow team to add like social planner posting side of automation.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we could use APIs or webhooks to be able to actually send that information.
Yes, you can do it today. We have public APIs available for Social Planner as of now. I can give you the link at the end of the call for the public APIs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And I've also got a ticket submitted I'm waiting to hear back from last Friday. If anybody could give me some insight on that or send me a link where we can come talk more about it, that would be great.
Yeah, you want to drop that ticket number and we can run that down
I
for
can
you.
run it down. Yeah, I can run
Yeah.
it down from the team side.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Thank you very much. I'll grab that ticket number and post in the chat.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess Charles has the question. My biggest struggle with clients currently is the fact that they have to maintain two navigation headers. It feels highly disconnected from from their website. So basically, Charles, like, are you doing like saved the section part of it, or are you just doing it as a global section? So global sections are basically like it only works in that particular website. The saved sections is like something that will work across the board, like funnels website and then like blogs. And I guess we have already given this as a feedback to the funnels team, that the saved section needs to be a bit more dynamic in nature, which is like if you make changes at one of the navigation area, it should just reflect in all three of the places with the dynamic option allowed in some sort of a settings part.
Yeah, I wish there was just a way to, because currently right now, most of my customers are using the blog as part of their website, not as something completely separate. And so now they're struggling to maintain the navigation, the global element on their website with numerous pages, and then having to remember to go to blog and update it. And then we're running into additional problems because we can't, some of our customers use in their headers and navigation, we use HTML blocks, which are not allowed in the blog element, which I'm not 100% sure why.
Is it the custom CSS part that you're talking about? Like today we launched the custom CSS option today. So you should just check it out, like if it solves your problem that you're facing.
In the blog
in the blog
builder.
builder. Yeah, it has a code box now. You can add code to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that wasn't because we couldn't even use our, we were saving navigation global headers as templates so that we could at least pull the template over and have a starting point. But then we
I guess
couldn't.
we got on a call with one of the customers, and when they were doing it, that's when we realized that not everyone adds like the CSS in the header or a footer, which is like available as a header tracking code or a footer tracking code. Like everyone uses like that code element with all the custom CSS. That's when we realized, and we added
Okay.
So it's just launched. I'm just going to write the change log. So just wait for half an hour. You can just check it out. Like it should be working fine today.
And
okay,
the reason
that's great. And if there's some way, like you were talking about where you're working with the funnels team, if there's some way that we can just create a connection between websites and blogs so that they only have to update their header one time, that would be great.
Yep. So we are already in talks about it to make it dynamic. So it just gives an option like, do you want this static or do you want it dynamic? So dynamic is like, anytime you make changes to it, like it just reflects wherever it's been used across the board. That's something that we have been talking about. It could be like in funnels website or in blogs. So all that three way is something that, we are just opening that whole conversation up just to make it like, like typically a dynamic element that can be used across the board. You add like new navigation, it just replicates everywhere on any pages wherever it's been added, either on blog or either on any of the funnels or website.
Thank you.
Cool.
You had a question, Joseph. I guess we continue that conversation.
It was just more of a reason why that some people have to use the code box for certain CSS is sometimes like if you're importing a CSS file externally, it won't work in that top CSS box. So you have to add it on the page. And if you add it in a global element, then you can get it across the board on many pages.
Got it. I guess today it should get solved, so shouldn't be a problem. But if you're facing like Joseph or Charles, like any problem around it, just let me know so that we can just investigate and make it better in any way or possible. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Will there be custom values to use inside of blogs? I guess yes, that's something that we are going to do for sure. I just need to be 100% sure. I guess we have that available, but I just need to be 100% sure, and I'll drop you a different email or drop you a DM post this call is over, just to be 100% sure that do we support like custom values inside the block builder as of now.
Cool.
Awesome. I guess the next product, that is the chat widget part of it. I guess you guys might have seen like a lot of new changes that we brought in terms of like for chat widget, we have just provided like you can now add like a theme option. So if you can choose a theme or you can add your own custom theme as well. Now we have gone like granular in terms of like what colors or what fonts you can choose and do. And then you can also play around the placements of this particular chat widget that you can do inside like any place that you want. Earlier, like people didn't like it. It was just on the left, as in on the right hand side corner. Like now you can put it on left corner or anywhere else that you want to do as of now. We're also bringing certain new changes to this particular element as well. In chat widget, we have certain things planned out already. I guess this is based on like the ideas board and the feedbacks that we received after launching the live, as in the chat widget new revamp. On basis of that, like we got this particular feedback that we want to add an contact form inside the live chat option at the start of the conversation. But this is going to be an option for the user. So basically the user can choose, do they want to add it or do they not want to add it, and allow like the live chat agent to send it to the customer. So both things will be available when you are doing the setup part of it. Then this was like one of the things that we kept getting is to keep like certain people wanted like email based chat, not the phone based chat. Like they want to collect the emails from the customer, not their phone. So that was something that that people wanted to do, like keeping the phone field like optional. So that is something that we will definitely allow. Like you either need to choose phone or email in one way or the other. Like one will be compulsory to be added. Then the third thing that is going to be allowed is something that we want to allow like other custom fields to be added. Like I guess like certain customers requested that we allow like the option to allow you to add like other custom fields. Like they want to collect the birthdays, they want to collect the addresses and all of those things, like using custom fields. So basically we are also going to provide like an option where you can choose the custom fields or you can choose a form directly from the form builder side of it. But just because it's a chat widget sort of a thing, so we just need to be like UI wise conscious. So we are going to start with like 5 custom fields as of today, and then like go where you will be able to select like a form from form builder side of it as well. So that's something that we are going to do for sure. Then the other thing that we got was like the contact form submission redirection link is something that people want to add in. So basically anyone who fills out the contact form, like I as a visitor come on your chat widget and I fill out the particular form, then you want to give like a redirection URL on basis of that, so that once the people have filled out the form, you want to take them to a particular page as a redirection URL. So that's something that we are going to provide inside chat widget. We are also going to allow like button addition inside the chat widget. So for example, like you want to add like 2 or 3 buttons over there saying that, if you want to do like booking for a consultation, you want to give that particular as a button. Then you want to give second thing is like, meet us at a place, or like third is like, do real-time video conferencing. I'm just adding like, options in my mind. Then these are the 3 option buttons that you get you provide to a customer. Whenever they choose on any of the buttons, then the following actions like, follow out from there. So if anyone has a good implementation that they've seen for button implementation inside chat widget, like I'll definitely like to connect with them and know more like how they are doing it today and learn more about it. Yeah. And then the last option is all-in-one chat. Like you can have like live chat also, chat with as in the phone and email chat, as well as like the WhatsApp option inside like one chat only. And you can choose the combination, whichever you want to add it over there. So a customer coming in can choose like what type of chat they want to do. Do they want to do it with an agent, or do they want to do it like, drop an email and reach out later? Or do they want to go for the WhatsApp route? So all those three options, like we want to provide an all-in-one chat option altogether. Yep, Steve, you had a question.
Thank you. Yeah, Pooja, so the question that I have is, have you ever, or is it in the works to be able to have timing on these so that you can have set the business hours of when this chat will be visible, when it's not visible, and have that real detailed?
Are you talking about, so we have one option that we are planning to do inside live chat. This is more for live chat, not the other options, because others, like, you can reply any point of time. But for live chat, we want to provide like office hours sort of a setup. So if someone's working between like 2 to 7, then at that point of time, it should be a live chat. Post that, it should be an email chat, as in they drop their email and we collect it out, and like, the user reaches them out. Like that is something that we are thinking to do as of now. Is
Yeah.
that something that you're looking forward for?
Yeah, I mean, so that, let's say, for example, they go on lunch break, it automatically kicks over from noon to 1 into a non-live chat.
As in it picks your business hour, like, the business hour setting. And then you can also like, again, like on day wise, you can choose like, what's your business hour, and then like you can set that up. And then whenever it's an off hour, it just becomes like this particular form will be there. Like people can add, and then like, the live agent can reach out to them. Or like, that is something that we have been thinking that, when the live agent is already there, and for example, if they have chosen like, 9 to 2 is like their working hour, then like, 3 to 7 is like the another working hour. Then between that 1 hour, we are just collecting all the chats, and it's showing that, the person is not available or something like that, that can be customized. And then the representative will get back to you, that sort of a thing.
The other question I have is that I haven't heard mentioned is in the automations, live chat is not available.
No, live chat is available. In customer replied option, like if you go over there is an option called as like, in customer replied, as in you need to choose like, type, and then it will allow you to do the chat type as live chat. Second thing that we are working on as of now, I did not disclose because that was more from workflow side of it. You will be able to choose your chat widget also over there, which is not available right now in workflows. That's something that the team is working on right now.
Yeah, that's what I was probably referring to. Yeah.
That should get released like, probably by within like, a time frame of 20 or 10 days, something that the workflow team is already working on. But as an average, like it should be there, like, by the end of next month. Yeah. There were 4 questions.
Prospect widget.
Prospect widget would be nice to able to send the information straight to that widget from workflow automation. I did not get the question.
Yeah, so what he's referring to, I think, is the prospecting tool. You know how we can embed that now, different team, but to be able to take that information inside of a workflow. I don't know if that's on their radar or not, but it seems like pretty logical that we would.
Well, see, I've got it to actually send the information to the prospecting widget and actually pull the report, but I just can't figure out how to get it to save it and then either A, update a custom value, or B, it just be in the contact save reference.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like this might be a workflows team question, Pooja. Is that correct?
Okay.
I guess this
Yes.
will be a workflow team question, as in they'll be able to answer you better around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't
Thank
know
you very
anything
much.
about workflows.
Okay, I didn't know. I just seen it go live, and I was like, here, get on there and learn as much as possible.
Yeah, no, all good, all good. Yeah, these ones are fairly specific in terms of products,
Okay.
but that team will definitely be able to run that down.
I guess
No
like
worries.
we have it on Monday, probably the town hall next Monday.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess Charles just mentioned that is it just me or the customer reply starting to become confusing to end user? To make it more intuitive, like it should be like reply over there. I guess we'll just make it more intuitive. Like instead of written as customer replied, like I'll just ask like workflow team to come up with better suggestion, like something like a reply or reply to as the function. So yeah, I'll just ask them to work with me on that.
Yeah, I just think that, I mean, I've even seen agencies where it started to get confusing that because the use case isn't always a reply. So when you're going into the workflow builder and you're starting from a trigger, it's not necessarily intuitive to think reply for a brand new message that's not a response to something.
Got it. I'll just do a discussion with like workflow team and then come up with a better option, like something like a very simple word just to start with.
Cool.
Awesome. I guess Dutch has a question in regards to link shortener. Yep, I can go ahead and like answer it out.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were finished with this part, so.
No, please go ahead.
Yeah, I can go ahead. Okay. Is there any limitation on what kind of domain or domain extensions, basically what I want to ask? Is there any limitation on that?
As of now, like we'll not put as a like whichever the product that we choose to start with, either the trigger links or the URL redirect, like both of them don't have any domain restriction, like how many you add over there. So it shouldn't be an issue altogether over there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I'll buy one right now. Thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome. I guess I have covered out everything from my side. But if you have any questions in regards to like, any of the products, like I'm just dropping my booking link over here and also my email. If you have anything that I can help you out with, or you can help me understand more in terms of like any of the things that I've mentioned, like I'll be happy to learn more about it and like, work on it for sure. Just dropping.
Pooja, I do have one last question. That is, any updates regarding the names for HIPAA for display? You know how we talked about taking a name like John Smith.
Yeah, that's going to be review post. I did add that out, so I did not mention it specifically. I'm so sorry. For social planner, where we are doing the review post, phase 3. Let me just show you the designs. I'd probably say, like, just give me 1 minute. I'll just pull up the designs for that.
Any updates about posting into communities? I know that we've discussed that.
Yep. So we are already in works. Like our backend work is finished. Like we are working on the front end side of it. Once I have the UIs with me, I guess probably in the next town hall, like you should be able to see probably live or like, I'll be able to showcase like the flow to you guys.
Yeah. Cool. So that's coming. I'm really excited for that. I think there's some cool automations we can build internally for that as well as we try to move more toward communities.
I'll just share my screen. Please let me know if I'm missing out on anything.
Yeah, I'll monitor here.
So this is something that we're planning to do. I guess this is something that should be available. So we will have like post review as one of the options. You will be able to choose like your social review option where you want to post from, the ratings that you want to post, the socials, and then the number of posts you want to take, like each day, each week, each month, like that sort of a thing. And you can post either on feed or on Instagram. So this is the first step that the person will be doing. The second step is like they will be choosing their backgrounds that they want to select, or they can upload their own. And we are just showing like, how many are selected, because like, the blue things, like when it goes for a scroll, like usually people miss out on that. And then the next thing that we are doing is the part of caption. You can add caption. And this is the part that was like more around the HIPAA compliance side of it. That do you want to display the author name, like full author name, only initials, or nothing you want to show over there? So that's something that we are allowing to do. Yeah.
Cool.
Then add like font family, font text colors, background color, and star color as well. And you can also choose like, the opacity side of it. There is an edit option at the top. So edit allows you to like, make all of these things like, you can move around, drag them out just to make like your social post that goes out bit unique than the default ones. And that way, like it will give you the option. And these are the fonts that we are going to try to achieve in our initial releases.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Really nice.
When are you looking at having this released?
This is already in works, so probably like you should be expecting by end of next month.
Awesome. Great job.
Sweet. And then I don't know if we really have info on this, but have we made any progress on the live streaming support into communities?
I'd probably say that goes to like communities teams. I would just say we'll reach out to them separately.
Yeah, join us for that one. But it's a highly requested feature. I know it's being worked on. I just don't know where exactly we are with it, but we'll get there for sure.
Hey, can I ask one quick thing about the reviews?
Yeah.
Yes.
When you say it'll post to Instagram stories,
Yeah.
I guess there's probably no way to add a link to that story, right?
Not yet. We already got that feedback about link, as in like you can add like, are you talking about inside the caption area you want to add link? Was that the
No, because I don't think if you put it on the caption on the story, like if you post a story natively, you have the option to pick like a link widget and they get a ton of click-throughs. So I was just wondering, is that even
So
possible?
we did discuss that out. Like we were stuck at the API side of it. So let me just rework with the team on it. I guess this was also one of the things that we got asked for the Facebook story as well as the Instagram story part of it, both of the places. So I guess let me just get back to you on that one. Links.
Yeah, it's weird the way it works. If you post the story in Facebook,
it gives you that option directly.
yeah, but it doesn't carry over to Instagram. Yeah. If you post it in Instagram and add the link, it carries over to both. So I don't know.
Yeah. I guess in the first one, they have some bug. That's why they're not able to do it. But in the second one, they have sorted it out across the board. So it works seamlessly. But yeah, inside the social planner, I'll definitely get back to you on that particular thing. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Cool. I guess I'm all covered out from my side. I'm not missing out on any questions, right?
I don't think so. I think we're good. Dutch Texan wants to know how you guys get so much work done, and you're just superheroes, so that's how it works. It's magic.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, everybody, for joining us again. It is Tuesday, just as a reminder, and we will see you again on Wednesday. This week, the team's going to be going on retreat on Thursday and Friday. So we're going to be rescheduling those if they haven't been already. Looks like we've already rescheduled at least one of them. So we will be seeing you next week for the next one.
Thank
Cool.
you.
All right, guys. Take care. Thanks so much, Pooja.